Brian Van Dyne here. Just wanted to do a live stream on the dump truck side of things. Whoops. And tell you guys about what I'm all taking to the auction. Talked it over with my grandpa and my mom, my wife, my driver, and pretty much talked it over, you know, with the people that, you know, kind of matter to me, you know, and decided we're going to take some stuff to the auction. We're going to sell we're going to sell a whole bunch of stuff at the auction. And it's going. A lot of stuff's going to be going. A lot of stuff's going to be selling at the auction. So I'm pretty excited about this next move. We got a lot of big things coming, guys. A lot of big things coming. So I'm shining up the old girl. Hell no, we ain't selling that crusher, dude. That's a money-making machine. We ain't selling the crusher yet. I haven't got to use it yet. What's up, guys? What's up, Chris? Been a while since I've seen a lot of you on here. I've pretty much been vacationing this whole time for the past couple months. As you can see, the truck's pretty dirty in here. So, what all am I taking to the auction? I'm going to be taking the 1985 Peterbilt to the auction, September 9th, Richie Bros. I'm taking my 25-ton tilt deck to the auction. I'm taking my Hitachi 120 to the auction. And I'm also going to take the International to the auction. The Super Dump. So, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. This, yep, taking it to the auction, Blake. We got some big things coming. So, you know, I'm not going to tell you guys about it yet. Yeah, we're going down to one truck for a little bit. I'm not getting rid of my driver. He's sticking around because we got big plans. So, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, 1/2 inch. Okay, perfect. Yep, that's it.
This one?
Yep. Yeah, they're the same. One of them's just a deep socket. One of them's short socket. That's perfect. Thank you. Yeah, just leave them right there. That's good. Thank you.
Now
So,
this one right here too.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, 120 is going to auction, guys. So those of you that are in the area, you know, even if you're not in the area, bid on that bad boy. They can ship it to you. They can transport it to you.
Okay, don't go that way. Come back over here. Fill that water jug.
So, all right, let me catch up on these comments here. You going no reserve on the trucks? Yeah, they don't allow you to do a reserve. Yeah, none of them have a reserve. So they're gonna sell for what they sell for. So I might walk home with 50,000. I might walk home with 200,000. We're just gonna wait and see what happens. It's kind of a gamble here. You know, so hopefully I'm just hoping that they sell for fair market value. You know, I don't really care if they sell for much more than that or much under, you know. No, I don't think it's really risky, Chris, because I'm doing my due diligence, and before I drop my stuff off, it's going to look pretty nice. You know, I spent all day today cleaning this Peterbilt up, you know, and so at the end of the day, I'm going to come out ahead, even if they sell for less than market value. Yeah, no, I'm not selling that one. That one's almost paid for. And we're going to be buying another. Oh, I can't tell you what I'm doing. Good down payment on another new super dump. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what we're doing. But I'm sure a lot of you guys can already guess what we're going to be doing. But I figure I'll just give you a quick little walk around on the old Peterbilt before she leaves tomorrow. Whew, look at that shine, guys. She is all cleaned up. She is all cleaned up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and the trailer's going, too. 25-ton, 3-axle. She's going at Richie Bros. Oh, I'm selling this machine, too, Chris. All I have to move, if I need to move something, is that small 50. And my driver's got a small little trailer. And I'll probably end up buying a small little tilt deck once I sell everything for that. Yep, she's all ready to go, guys. That is a beauty right there. That's a good truck for guys trying to start a business, you know? That's what that is. That's a good starter truck for a business, you know? And a good 3-axle tilt deck for a guy who has some big machines and needs to move them around. I'm gonna paint those rims too before we send it off. Yep, the 120's going, Peterbilt's going, tilt deck's going, and the International. So IOURs. What's that, Blake? I don't know what that is. Yep, 5 years, never had to touch the motor. Never had to touch a dang thing on it, basically. Just a lot of minor things, you know, over the years. Well, a lot of major things too. I mean, I did new springs, new walking I-beam bushings, couple kingpins. Air compressor just got rebuilt on this. You know. Look at that thing, man. That's ready for some Richie Bros pictures right there. Whew. Okay, tell me what you guys think she's gonna go for. I seen a truck that was blue. It was a little bit older, you know, 1,000,000 miles on the odometer type thing, you know. Just sold for $26,000, so, and it looked pretty raggedy. So, September 9th. You gonna be watching, Blake, to see how much money I make? You gonna see how much money we bring home on this auction? I'm interested to see. I am very... $25 to $30. That's what I'm hoping for, Chris. I mean, that's really... I think that's really a fair value for this truck, you know, for what it is. I think that's a fair value, you know. I had multiple tire kickers come and look at it, you know, but they just didn't have any money, you know. Yeah, everything's sold separate. Yep. Yeah, no package deals. Too late for the package deals. Of course, I never listed the trailer or the 120. I never even tried to sell those privately. But I'm just sick of people coming to my place and wanting a free test ride. And it's like, dude, get out of here. You know, people just want to take your time and they don't want to, you know, give you anything for it. And it's like, dude. Yeah, you want to hear the 120 start? Yeah, I know, Blake. I'm hoping for at least 20. At least 20 for the 120. This thing, this thing got a lot of life left in it. There you go. Listen to that baby purr. They're already listed, Chris, but they won't have pictures until I drop them off. They take their own pictures for the listings. So, you know, for the excavator, I think that thing, realistically, it should sell for, hey, Robert, hey, Bobby, I'm selling a lot of stuff, dude. I'm going to be selling the 85 Peterbilt, which I just got all cleaned up, you can tell. I'm selling the 85. I'm selling the 25-ton tilt deck. I'm selling the 120. And I'm going to be selling 2008 International Super Dump. The only thing I'm keeping is the 2020 Peterbilt and my 50. And the rock crusher and all my attachments for the 50. I got big plans, Bobby. I think you sell that stuff and get 2 new trucks or 3. You never know. You never know. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. I got some big plans, though. So that's going to sale. That's going to sale. And that thing's going to sale. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure yet what we're getting. But we're going to be getting something. Maybe a couple. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, though, guys. I'm not going to get into details too much with you guys. Just going to tell you that, you know, it's been a long time building up to where I'm at. And, you know, a lot of guys are going to accuse me of being just like Justin, you know, and be like, oh, my goodness, you're up to debt in your eyeballs. No, I'm not. You know, here's the difference between me and Justin. A little debt isn't going to kill you, okay? Okay, it's not going to kill you. But if you can stay out of debt, that's even better, right? And so all these, I own all these 100%. 100%. Same with the International. I own that 100%. I got the titles for all of them, right? I don't pay no banks any checks on any of those pieces of equipment, right? So Justin's advice is when you start your business, just take out this massive loan and go straight to work, you know? And yeah, that can work for some people. And some people realize you don't make any money that way because you're paying the bank the money the whole time, right? And then some people, you know, they save up a little bit of cash and they buy something like this, and then all the money they make, they get to keep it, you know, except for maintenance and stuff, you know? And then when it comes time, it's time to upgrade stuff. It's time to bring out the old come in with the new, you know. And, you know, as long as you're not, here's my thing. You got to have some money in the bank, guys. You cannot just, you can't run your business on debt alone, right? That's what Justin's whole thing is. He thinks you can just run his whole business. He runs his whole business on debt, right? He has no capital in the bank. It's all just debt, right? We actually have a working capital with our business. So, you know, that there's a difference there, you know. So, but taking the old girl to Richie Bros and the 120, going to Richie Bros. You know, you guys get the chance, give a couple bids on it. You know, I've cleaned this guy up pretty good. You know, he's looking pretty slick. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, what do you think I should be buying with this money that I'm gonna make? Tell me in the chat too. Let me know what you guys think. How much money am I gonna make selling all this stuff? I'm gonna sell the 85 Peterbilt. It's got an 8V92 silver Detroit, 13 speed, 46,000 pound rears, 20,000 pound steer axle, 14,000 pound drop axle, steel bed, asphalt gates, asphalt tarp, CB. All right, and then we got a 25-ton 3-axle tilt deck. I don't think I'm gonna let the chains go with it. House. I don't know about that. And then we got this beautiful Hitachi 120 progressive thumb long stick. The tracks are in fairly great shape. Bucket's in really great shape. It's got a whole bunch of AR400 armor plating on it that I welded to it. And then we got the 2008 International. So worst case scenario, I walk away at Richie Bros with 80,000 that's in my head. Worst case scenario, like total crap hits the fan, there ain't no bidders, you know, the auction goes to heck in a handbasket. We walk away with 80 grand cash, right? If it goes good, you know, if it goes decent, we should walk away with around 120, 130, you know, maybe 150. If it goes amazing, then we walk away with 200. So we'll see how it goes though, you know. Everything 100K. I'm hoping for at least 130. I'd say the super dump will probably go for 95 to 115, 25 to 30 for the old Pete, 120 probably 15 to 25. And you missed the trailer, Blake. What do you think the trailer's going to go for? I was thinking 75 for the dump truck, trailer, and excavator. What about the other dump truck? The 2008 International Super Dump. Actually, it's 2009. The title says 2009. 2009 International Super Dump Strong Arm. It's got 367,000 miles. No clue. You better start watching them, Blake, if you go buy a 120. You better start watching them, Blake. You got to get yourself a 120, dude. Dude, it's a very, very useful machine, you know. And I really don't want to see it go, but with as much as I use it, I can rent a machine and be out cheaper, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's money in the bank just sitting here, right? But at the end of the day, you know, I think I could probably get by cheaper with just renting a machine whenever I need one. Oh, you already got a low boy? Lucky. You lucky dog. So if you're thinking 75 for that pair, 75 for the other truck, that's 140, 150. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to get, right around 150. I mean, but you never know. You always like to hope on the bright side of things. That's exactly what I'm thinking, Chris. It's nice to have these things sitting here, and I love looking at them. But my business could be making a lot more money, you know, with more trucks. If that Super Dump was a 6-axle, it would go for $80K all day. So I'd say as a Super, it would probably be about $20K more. Yeah. Now, honestly, I'm hoping for, you know, above 80,000. You know, honestly, I have into the truck, you know, I have into it like 70, right? Bought it for 55 and then, you know, put $30,000 into it, you know, but obviously it's made that money back, right? It's made over $200,000 since I bought it. You know, it's been a real money maker for me. But the problem is here's the thing. I've been trying to get the thing painted for like 2 years, and people want $30,000 to paint a truck, and it's just not worth $30,000 to paint a truck. It's just not worth it. You can't put a $20,000 paint job on an International. You'll just never see that money again. You could put that money on a paint job on a Peterbilt or a Kenworth and get that money back. But on an International, you're probably not going to get that money back. You might, but I think it's less likely. And then, you know, so I've been trying to get it painted, and I can't seem to find anybody that wants to work with me on it. You know, they all want like 20 grand, you know, and it's like, no thanks. And you know, the wrap was great for the 2020 Peterbilt because it was going on brand new paint, and this lasted pretty good. But I'm not 100% satisfied with the wraps. You know, they work good, you know, but it's not the same as a paint job, right? And so I wasn't going to put a wrap on the International. I did try. I did call a couple places and ask for quotes, and nobody would even, you know, entertain the thought of trying to do a wrap on a dump truck. They're like, yeah, that's too much work. And I'm like, well, you know, a couple grand, you know, and nobody just wanted to do it. Yeah, they work well short term, you know. And, you know, they're good for a couple years, right? So, the International, it's been an amazing truck. I want to get another, you know, do PPF on the next truck. What's PPF? I don't know what PPF means. But yeah, so we're gonna sell those. We're gonna make some serious coin. Paint protection film. On the paint job or on the wrap? And me and Grandpa even toyed around with the idea of painting the International ourselves, but that's just so much work. And then, you know, and then the truck's gonna be down the whole time you're prepping it and getting it ready for paint. It's just like, dude, that's just so much lost revenue. And it's just like, no thanks. So it's just easier to start out with something that's already painted. You know what I mean? So, yep, sad to see it go, but, you know, it's making room for new equipment. On the paint job, it will keep the paint brand new. Then when you want to see, just peel it off. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that's another good thing about the wraps is you can throw a wrap on something. You can buy a white truck, throw a wrap on it. It's got your colors. It's relatively cheap. It lasts for, you know, 5-6 years, you know, and then, you know, when you're ready to sell it, boom, peel it off and it's got brand new paint, right? So, you know, and it didn't cost you a dime. So the wraps, they do work in a sense. I think it's still a good idea to do wraps. I just think I'm going to end up keeping my trucks longer than most people. So paint would be a better route to go for me. So, yep. I've already talked to a couple, I'll just go ahead and tell you guys. We're probably going to buy another new truck, maybe 2. We're just going to see what happens at the auction. And, you know, I've already talked to the Kenworth dealership and I already talked to the Peterbilt dealership. And, you know, so. Oh, definitely, Blake. It's definitely going to be automatic. There's no question about that. There is no question about that. Definitely going to be an automatic. It's going to have a Maxle. No more strong arms. Not for us. So, excited about that. I don't know if we're going to get a 389 or a 567 or a W900. We're not sure yet. We're going to have to see what happens. Yeah, that's my driver's truck. He's got a really slick looking truck. This is a nice looking truck. That would be cool to get 2 new trucks at once, you know. But then the, you know, I don't know. That'd be a lot in payments. I don't think I want to go that route. I don't think I want to go that route. If I just get 1 truck, I'll have almost no payment. Yeah, no. She knows. She knows what's gonna happen. She agrees. You know, it's time to let these go. You know, they're older machines, and you know, if you think back to when I first started this business, you know, what was the purpose of me starting my business, right? To provide a living for my family and something to, you know, for my kids to do, right? And think about it. You know, 16 years from now, when my kids are ready to do stuff, you know, when they're ready to start running a business, I'm not going to hand them over a business full of relics. You know, I'm not going to hand them over a business full of antiques, you know. And in 20 years, these are going to be antiques, you know. It's just, they have a lot of life left in them. Yes, that's definitely true. But the thing is 20 years from now, when my kids are going to get this business, they're going to have all new machines and they're all going to be paid for. You know? And they're going to be paid for because we started with paid for equipment, right? these paid for equipments, we worked our way up to the new stuff, right? We didn't just go out to the bank and say, hey, I need $1 million worth of loans so I can buy a whole bunch of new stuff and then work, you know, for 20 years straight just to pay them off. That's not how we did it, right? We started out with the old stuff, paid for it, worked it and worked it and worked it and worked it, and then worked our way to new stuff without going up to here in debt, right? So it's just, you know, there's a couple different ways of doing it. Yeah. Yeah. I honestly don't think I've had a problem with finding good drivers or keeping drivers around. I think I've had pretty good luck with drivers. You know, I had a couple turnovers and they just weren't the right fit for the job. You know, the 2 drivers I've had recently have been with me for quite a while. You know, Brandon was with me for 2 years. You know, that's not high turnover. That's pretty good rate in the dump truck world. You know, a lot of companies, you get a guy that sticks with you for 6 months, and that's a good turnover for most dump truckers. I hate to break it to you guys, like 6 months, having a driver for 6 months is pretty good in the dump truck industry. I mean, just ask any of the other owners, right? 6 months, if you get a driver for 8 months, you're lucky, right? 2 years, you're doing something right. You know, if you have a driver for over a year, you're doing something right. No, Brandon moved on to work for a different company. Something that has to deal with less traffic, which was probably a good move for him. And it makes 100% sense, you know. I would have moved, if I could move into a job field where there was less traffic, I would too. Jacob, honestly, I don't care if it's a pack car or a Cummins. Honestly, I'd probably rather get a pack car. You know, a lot of people don't like pack cars, but all the big companies run pack cars. I have had a pack car for the last 2 years and had amazing experience with mine. It's been a great motor. You know, it's got great fuel economy. It you know, doesn't burn oil. It's a great truck, right? The Peterbilt's been really good to me. The only problem I had with it, really, realistically, was the strong arm and the tailgate. You know, those are the only 2 things that I've really had any problem with the truck at all. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love doing asphalt too, but for some reason, the drivers just don't want to do it. The ones that I've hired are like, no, we don't want to do asphalt. I'm like, okay, then. I mean, if you don't want to, we'll keep working for the quarry. And I understand why they want to work for the rock quarry, because it really is super simple. You get your email dispatch every day at 2 o'clock the day before, so you know what you're doing. You're going to the same place every day to load. The only thing that changes is where you dump. You know, and usually it's for a week at a time you're at the same job site. You know, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, couple months, you're on the same job site. So it's a lot of repetitiveness, right? So you're not changing every single day what you're doing, right? I mean, when I was doing asphalt, it was like, okay, go to this plant or go to this plant or go to that plant. And then it was go to this site, go to this site, go to that site. You know, oh, we're doing grindings today. Oh, we're doing, you know, there's a little bit more movement, a little bit more thinking involved. You know, it's a little less thinking involved when you're working for the quarry. You know, you're hauling rock. You go to the quarry, you pick up the rock, and you go where they tell you. You know. And the other thing is I've got it dialed in so, you know, the drivers don't really have to do too much in paperwork for working for the quarry. If they work for another customer, then there's a little bit more involved in the paperwork side of things. And, you know, they don't like doing paperwork, and neither do I. So it works out. Works out pretty easy, you know. And it's the same start time every day. Same start time. The start time does not change. for the most part. Like every once in a while, the quarry will be like, hey, you can load at 5 in the morning this time because we're trying to get more loads in, you know. But usually it's like, hey, start at 6 o'clock, you know, and the quarry closes at 3:45. Be in the gate by 3:45, you know. So it's like they like that 6 to 3 type deal, you know. Whereas if you're doing asphalt, you could show up at the job at 9 in the morning, but then you ain't getting done until 10 at night, you know. Or you show up at 2 in the afternoon and you get done at 2 in the morning, you know. Or, you know, things change a lot more. At least that's what I've noticed. Yeah, coolant leaks, but I think that's pretty much with every motor nowadays, Blake, because they're all using the same stuff. You know, they're all using the same hoses, the same clamps, the same everything, you know, for the most part. Except for Detroit, I think they got plastic clamps now, the Freightliners. I heard that or something, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, the Packar's been a good motor for me. It's been a good motor for Blake. It's been a good motor for a lot of people. Yeah, it's the clamps, you know. And so it's just like, and that's something that you're going to experience with every truck, no matter what truck you buy. You know, hoses are going to go bad, right? They're going to deteriorate and they're going to go bad, you know. And, you know, Cummins definitely has a good brand name, but, you know, Packard does the volume, you know. It's like Ford versus Chevy, you know, or Ford versus Dodge, you know. So, anyways, guys, just wanted to give you guys that little update that we're selling some stuff at the Richie Bros auction September 9th. If you're into buying some equipment or some, you know, a dump truck or a trailer, please go check it out. You know, do a bid or two on the equipment. And, you know, hopefully you guys can see that auction happen and see, you know, the business working in progress. And hope you guys enjoy that. Hell yeah, Blake. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, mine's a 2009 International Super Dump. 2009 International Super Dump. They don't have any pictures up of any of my stuff yet because I haven't dropped it off. The truck just got all cleaned up today, and the excavator, we're still kind of working on it. I'm probably dropping the truck, the trailer, and the excavator off tomorrow, and then the International will probably be dropped off Wednesday or Thursday, depending on what time I get it cleaned. I think it's a 1988 or 1990 or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to look at the bill of sale or something. I think they listed it as a 1988, I think. But good, strong excavator, good, strong runner, got a lot of life in it. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to pound that like button, pound that subscribe button for more great content, and I'll keep you guys updated on how this all goes down. And I'm sure I'm going to show you guys what it's like dropping everything off at Richie Bros. When you talk to Richie Bros about selling some stuff, basically what you do is you get in contact with one of the sales reps of your area, and then they'll get your VIN numbers, and then they will they'll send you a contract that you sign, you know, and it's basically like a sales contract saying, hey, we're going to spend so much in advertising this thing and storing it and all this blah, blah, blah. So we want a commission. Usually the commissions are anywhere between 13 to 15%, unless you can sell a lot of things like I'm doing, and then you get a better deal, you know, than that. And I'm getting slightly better deal than that. So hopefully, you know, if you guys ever go that route, it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. Hopefully it works out for you too. Hopefully it works out for us. And, you know, we walk away doing pretty good. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.